Oh, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, yesterday I filmed some videos. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back, talking my ass off, editing, creating again. Although I will say, I'm at chapter 12 or 13, and I think there's 16 chapters in total. So I got 3 more chapters of the book I took 2 weeks off to read. I'm taking a lot of notes. Leave me alone. Anyways, but yeah, man, I'm kind of like in the thing where I'm like, do I want to jump back in fully yet, or should I still try like just make enough videos to where I have a respite to then quickly to take tomorrow and then Thursday, because I think Dying Light's coming on Friday, I think 4th. Yeah, what's day? Today's the 1st. Yeah, so we got plenty of time. So if I edit all the videos today, and then which is too much, not gonna be able to do that, but edit all the videos today, then I have 2 days of respite, and that should be enough for me to just finish the book off. But yes, yeah, I'm in this weird lull of like, should I chill out and finish my fucking objective? Or should I get back into videos? But I just feel like it's disingenuous to go full throttle back into content creation when I haven't completed the whole reason why I took 2 weeks off in the first place, you know? But, ladies and gentlemen, we have so much to talk about. First thing, Borderlands video coming out again tomorrow, about the new gameplay that just got dropped today, which looks fucking magical. No, seriously, it looks great. It looks super cool. We made a breakdown. We first just talked about the new. Okay, so what do you guys think you're gonna play in Borderlands? So there's a lot to talk about today. Probably be talking about this for the rest of the week. Who are you gonna play Borderlands? What do you call it? We have some Genshin things to talk about. We also have Dying Light. And I don't know, I wanted to talk to you guys about the show that I just watched on Netflix. It was like I just needed something to get away from like the studying and the video stuff. So I wanted to watch a movie, and it was in this weird part of this anime that I'm watching where I'm like, I'm not sure if I really want to watch too much right now. I want to watch something else. So I checked out this Netflix show called Death Classroom or Dead Classroom or Dead Class, Death Class, Death School. I think it's what it is. Death School. It's like a live action real school thing. It looks incredibly good. Also, what's good, Atomic Bomb? But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's actually a very good show. It's on Netflix. I was surprised. It is very anime-y though, but actually it doesn't like, I haven't finished it yet, so I don't know how horrible it is. But I like the first couple episodes. If any of you guys have seen it, I wonder how you guys feel about it, because I do appreciate that it doesn't seem like yet it's doing the whole like Riverdale Sabrina thing where it's just like 90% of it's like teenage angst and relationship drama, you know? But ladies and gentlemen, let's get after. We got some stuff to do today for sure. We got Ganyu, we're playing, but we have to do our dailies, and we have to do a bunch of other stuff. We have to do we're gonna try to round off, make a dent in the new events and such. Also, I didn't say hi to Lone Syndicate and Fluff. What's good, Lone Syndicate and Fluff? Hopefully having a lovely day. I see you guys talking amongst yourselves quite a bit there. Yes. But, yes, what do you call it? Who are you guys gonna play? Well, first of all, have you guys seen the new Borderlands gameplay that IGN just released? Super interesting. And have you seen, or who are you going to pick now that we know all of the classes that are available to us? Who are you going to pick? And frankly, what do you guys think about the 2 new classes that they showed? Which one of them was the Lich, the Graveborn, I think is what they're called, and then the something Warden. Yeah, basically the Archer or the Summoner. But I think the Archer might be the Summoner in a way. But I'm hoping the Lich can be a different kind of summoner, which I kind of mentioned this morning if you guys seen that video. Lone Syndicate says, what's good, Grin? How was your day, my friend? Did you go on an adventure, fight a dragon, save a princess, overthrow a kingdom? I made a video on Borderlands, Wonderland. And I was not planning on doing that, but they released a gameplay and I thought, better get ahead of this. So I did that. Very exciting, I know. Actually kind of was. I was very much enjoying the excitement of that game, but I was planning on editing a lot today so that I could take tomorrow and day off just reading that book again, but didn't really pan out, you know? easy Spell Shot and Graveborn. You're going to go Spell Shot and Graveborn? I feel like that's going to be a great choice, man. But I feel like the thing I got to do, I got to go, but I hope they do the thing where they show us some of the skill trees before it actually launches. Like, you know how you can build your skill tree beforehand? I hope they do that, because I think they did that with some of the characters for Borderlands, the 3. And I hope they do that again, because it was super helpful. But I think I'm going probably. I think that option was my initial first thought, Lone Syndicate, the Spell Shot and the Graveborn, because the Spell Shot, apparently there's gonna be like cooldowns to your magic, and that's gonna be a limitation in a way. But if you have the Spell Shot, you would think that there'd be some sort of like way to cut down on the cooldown reduction for your spells and whatnot. But for me, man, I think I gotta go Graveborn and Garden Warrior, whatever, something Warden. Basically the two, you know, the class tree that they showed, like where they have the tiny little mushroom guy, and then they have the Lich. They had a split second in that trailer where they showed like a hybrid of like a shark with like a cute little bow tie, or like a scarf or something. A bandana, that's what it was. So to me, I think, okay, if I can replace the little like mushroom guy for like a different version of him, another kind of forest monster, or even if I could just turn him into not a gross, gassy little man, then I'm game. Because to me, that sounds pretty perfect for the perfect summoner in a way. Having your Lich and having destruction magic, but also having the ability to summon, because the thing is your action skill. So to me, the ability to like start draining your health, healing, and dealing damage is probably really powerful, but seemingly boring. Like you're just kind of like, yeah, you're just not really that interesting. So for me, if I do go Graveborn and the other Warden person, the other kind of like buffer or summoner, etc., they talk about him being a supporter, which to me could be like, okay, that could be healing. But also, he has something called like a typhoon, essentially, where he summons forth like heat-seeking tornadoes that just run around the battlefield and start shredding things. So for me, I'm like, oh, that'd be cool as an action skill. And then just to have the Lich, basically, if there's any way to make it so that your Lich, in his skill tree, you can buff it so that your Lich has a higher chance of summoning adds or summons rather than just doing destruction magic, that'll be huge. Which I think it has to be a part of his skit. It can't just be entirely random, right? You have to probably unlock your Lich's ability to like do greater and more grand things. And your skill and your kill skills could be attached to that, you know? So I think I gotta go with both of those. Because it's just too cool to have like two summons. One's a death mushroom, one's a floating Lich. They're both summoning random things, and you're boosting both of them up in terms of power. And then you can snap your fingers and summon forth a bunch of fucking tornadoes that just shred people. Like, that sounds awesome. And you're just sitting there in the background, chilling. That sounds so awesome. Or you're also playing a DPS class like the one person. So I think it works. I think it kind of works. Maybe not perfectly, but what works perfectly, you know? I'll simply do this. I don't know if that'll kill you. I do know I'll have to switch character. Oh, this is real. No, it's fine. It's water. I thought it was a cryo enemy. We're fine. Again, these are the moments where Ganyu shines brighter than ever, you know? Also, goddamn you. There we go. I missed, but it's fine. Oh, no, we just need to run past these people. Oh, God. Maybe not. Maybe if we can do such over... Nope, I don't think at all. Nope. We're going to run it. We're going to run past. Yeah, all right, perfect. Also, sorry I stopped when we were talking. To me, I'm so excited for Borderlands, and my mind runs. Fluff says, I'm likely going to go primary Clawbringer, and my first choice for the secondary. But your secondary will be the Berserker. Okay, so you're going Clawbringer and Berserker. So you're gonna huck a. Ooh, but then what do you? Because you can only equip one action skill, Fluff. So you either can throw your hammer, or you can do a smash with the Berserker. So you can't have both, which is shitty. I was really hoping that you could have both. I feel like the hammer is probably the best bet. But I do feel like there's cool things with the Clawbringer, the Berserker, where you're hitting something with cryo and you're like knocking them back a bunch and wrecking them in that way, which is nice. Fluff says, Oh, I see. You're practically recreating Athena. Okay, with the shield, except with the Thor hammer. All right, and then just having like better melee damage, maybe scaling into it. I think my brother is going to go Spore Warden and either Stabomancer or Spell Shot. Yeah, man. I think they nailed like one of the things that I didn't know you could do it better. You know what I mean? Where like Gearbox, I think, did a really good job about making it so that like there was a lot of variability between the options for builds and them kind of feeding into each other in cool ways. Whereas this one, it seems like they knocked that up to 10. And yeah, you can really go buck wild and come up with like these, because everything seems like kind of interesting, you know. Like to me, the classes that are the most interesting are the grave, of course, the 2 summoner classes, potential summoner classes. We don't know how much that's going to be, or if 90% of that is going to be in like spells, like just getting a lucky legendary spell that can do XYZ for you, you know. Also, Diona with that sacrificial bow is insane because she has like 5. You just did the whole charge, you hit 5 times, and you never miss. You don't get a reset. I think you're just playing with that cooldown, which I don't think gets decreased with refinements. But maybe if it does, by a little, because it usually never does big time. But oh, sorry. But the characters that I'm the most excited for is the Stabomancer, outside of the 2 summoners, and the spellcaster, the spell shot. So the Stabomancer to me, man, just looks kind of badass, like where you're just, again, I love the idea of you just pointing and it's like death spiral just bouncing around. Also, as far as like anything that doesn't have I feel like it's a good action skill. Like the reason why I like the tornadoes is because it seems like it's the Stabomancer probably will have, or not Stabomancer, sorry, the Graveborn will probably have the Lich coupled with just fast attacking spells, so you're detonating the ability for the Lich to cast as well, maybe even just summons. But I think my build will, because I'm the summoner, I'll need to have some sort of weapon that massively decreases my cooldown between spells. I think that's gonna be something you're gonna have to play with a little bit. But yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like it's gonna be a hard choice because you're like, wait, like again, like to Lone Syndicate's point, the Graveborn and the Spell Shot seem like they're kind of made in some ways for each other. Like they kind of just work really, really well. At least the idea of it, at least. Like the Graveborn benefits from, you know, magic damage. Why not play the magic class? Also, what do you call it? They're being... What is it again? Spell shot. Oh, right. Your Lich detonates a what is it? A heal? No, he detonates a unique magical ability, whatever that is. But he also referred to him as summoning things, which is pretty huge. You know. Fluff says, my friend Anthony likes the idea of going caster, so I guess he'll go spell shot with whatever else he likes the sound of. Yeah, and nice. What do you call it? I wonder how good, like, the builds that seem like they're not necessarily made for each other are going to be. I think they're probably going to be better than you think. Like, I think all it takes for one of these builds to be insane is like one legendary weapon that does something too well. You know, something that you can't really comprehend what that is. Like, also, I'm not sure. Also, I seen mixed signals because I made my video and then I watched some of what everyone else was saying in the Borderlands community, and people were saying that this shotgun was basically just a shotgun barrage, and then like, okay, so if you've seen the gameplay trailer, there's like a bunch of arrows striking at the ground. But people were saying that that's like a magical spell, and the shotgun just has an arc shot. But if you look, wherever the person shoots and it impacts, creates the arrow shot firing downwards, you know? So I don't think that's correct. I think that the shotgun, like the craziness and the variability for the weapons seem to be pretty crazy. Also, we should go... Oh, actually, I need to go fight my bosses. That's what I need to do. We can't fight the dragon, I don't think, together. What we could do is go fight this son of a bitch together. Yes. Okay, let's go here. I'm not sure if you want to join me, Lone Syndicate. But, yes. Borderlands. Excited. Very hyped. Yeah, I'm also excited about Dying Light 2. Can't wait to play that as well. Just a lot of excitement this time around, this part of the season. at this point in the season, where I don't know, I feel like last year again it felt like there was not that many games coming out, and now it's like holy shit, everything got pushed to this year. Also, I seen the fluff. You showed me that I seen it today, like in the week, but then I seen you posted on the Discord, which I appreciate, just in case I missed it. But the Shadow Warrior. Why do you know why they changed the voice actor? I kind of feel like it's not gonna ruin it, but I don't know. I have a reverence for Lo Wang, just because we've been through so many games together, you know. And I wonder what it was. If it was like some sort of like shittiness, or like was he a bastard, or what? Did it take too long and he was getting frustrated with the fact that the game wasn't released? I don't know. Did he want more money because they wanted him to come back and do more voice lines? I don't know. Fluff says, I'm going to hazard a guess that the shark could have been a temporary pet. Spore Warden appears to fit the ranger theme. They may be able to convert other enemies. Well, that's the thing, Fluff. They seem like they're like, yeah, he does range damage, but then they make a point to say, like, he's the support character. Like, more than any of the other classes, like, hey, he's going to be able to buff up your companions and your allies. And... what do you call it? They kind of just keep reaffirming that. There's like one moment at the very bottom of the tree where they're like, hey, so like with the Grave Warden or whatever it's called, the Spore Warden, he's like, he does well when he's at a distance. And I'm like, okay. I don't know, to me I'm just like, I'm not sure. But I'm hoping that like similar to Borderlands, your action skill and or your pets have modifications within the skill tree, especially when they seem like they do something. But if I think I'm gonna go Graveborn as my base, my prime, whatever they call it, because yes, I just think it's not gonna work really. Like say if the warden, the Spore Warden actually isn't a very good pick, then I want to say no. I want to call it off essentially, and I will go Spell Shot immediately after, you know. So I want to have an out essentially. Also, did I make a mistake here? I did. He's cryo. Uh-oh. This could not have gone, I think, worse. Oh yeah, we're not, this is gonna be a rough sell. I did not think about this. I actually didn't know he was cryo. I thought he was animo or some weird thing. Well, this is definitely a battle for Lone Syndicate. Lone Syndicate, I'm gonna heal you. I'm also gonna give you some good old that. just some armor, something. I apologize. I mean, I'm doing 33k in a couple seconds. I'm not the greatest, not the worst. Not as bad as my Itto, who does like 3k, but that's because he sucks at, or it's because, yeah, bad scaling. But Ganyu is just like, no, my normal attack, I attack so quickly, so 3k is actually not the worst. I could go Graveborn and Stabbomancer. Works as a life drain assassin. Could be a fun combo for someone. Yeah, no, that'd be really cool. Yeah. Because I just want to see what the skill trees look like. Because I want to see, like, if we just see one skill tree, we can superimpose the potential of a lot of them, you know? Which is like, okay, maybe now we're cooking, you know? Yeah, I don't know. Like, to me, if we could see that, like, oh, no, your pet can have various perks, then it's like, oh, okay. So then the Lich person can have some perks, maybe. Probably still should temper our expectations, but still, you know? Well done, Lone Syndicate. That was all you, because I did not know. Oh. And now we have a little bit more resin, I think. So what do I need to do? I've done this, I think. Oh, no, I haven't done this. I don't know if you're allowed to come into this with me, Lone Syndicate. Who should I use to Frankenstein kill this thing? I don't know. Probably Ganyu. But I also think maybe... No, I can't do it in co-op. Lone Syndicate, forgive me. I have to leave. Ugh. Fluff says, I'll probably go Lightning Hammer as my action skill, but I'll have a lot of fire and frost effects as well. A storm of Trinity of Elements. Ooh. Also, you can get some spells to do fire and kind of mix-mash them together. Fluff says Clawbringer has a fire aura buff, so not as much of a shock focused as Athena was, but I'll enjoy using the unorthodox melee elementalist. yeah. Fluff says, I'm guessing action skills will be modified like Borderlands 3 offered, and since we only get to use one, I'll probably have like 2 or 3 plus choices. Oh man, that's the thing. That's the reason why I'm so interested in like the tornado, because it just seems like that's some like perfect shit. Because you basically, it's like a summon on top of a summon. You're summoning like a spirit wind, just fucking wrecking people. You know, just like chewing people up. There's no worries, we go kill Venti's pet dragon. I shall await the pace. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Fluff says, the only problem with previous VAs was that he wasn't Asian, and they were appealing to a social media complaints. Oh, really? We're playing a fucking game where we're slaughtering all kinds of psychotic demons with dick jokes. And they're like, but wait, what? I don't know. That seems like a shitty reason, man. I don't know. I just feel like to me, like I care more about the guy who was there from the beginning, who is like giving it, like the voice acting has always been pretty goofy and charming, even in the first game, which wasn't really like a massive hit across the board, you know what I mean? So the fact that they're like, yeah, no, the guy who was there with us in the beginning, giving it his best, his all, fuck him. Here's this new guy who's more, I don't even know. There's like, we're in a fantasy world with demons and shit. Like, why is the reality of an actor matter? You know? I don't know. Maybe it's, I don't know, dude. I don't know. To me, that's a shit reason. I could see if he was being a dickhead about it, but if like, to me, it'd just be about loyalty. It'd be about like the guy who's been there from the beginning. Let's keep him employed. Let's keep giving him money. Let's keep making him seem okay for future games. Let's keep getting him. It just seems weird to do it now. Anyways, that's disappointing. Are any of these characters? Does any of these characters have alts? Because if that's the case, nope. Shangling could maybe make this come home, but otherwise it's a little rough. We might want to use Raiden Shogun here. I just don't know if we have her alt. I could probably use Bennett to build alt. So we'll do this. We'll do this, and then we'll hope for the best. Okay. Little tweak. Just because I don't think my Ganyu can do that much damage yet. Maybe. Especially not with Bennett's alt up, you know? You know? Oof. And we're gonna hit. We're gonna throw Teddy. We're gonna do that just cause. Give us some particles. Alright, let's not kill him just yet. Let's try to get some particles for Bennett. This might be, yeah, I weakened him too much, I think. Give me them particles. Bennett just needs a little bit more. This. I don't know if we're good with this. This might not be great. This may be real bad. This. Raiden Shogun. Quickly, this. Okay, good. We might be, no, we don't have enough damage probably. Oh no, we're good. We're probably pretty good. Go, Raiden Shogun, go! Quickly! Okay. As an aside, Pro ZD voiced Orochi Zill, so that's cool. As I said, to me, like, again, I don't mind like them employing various people who are talented for the character. I don't mind any of that. My whole thing is that I think the guy put in the work in the previous games, and to just be like and chuck him, it seems pretty shitty. What's good, Big says, love this game. Me too, Big. I very much enjoy it. I hope there's in-game content at some point in its history. At some point in its lifetime. Also, look at this. Huge. Absolutely massive. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now we embark upon the quest to try to chip away at the event story, which, by God, there's so much still to do. We're going to try to be hyper efficient, because yes, Golly. I think everything's... Ooh, even this. Oceanid Defender. Oh. I guess... Oh. I did not know that was a thing. Anyways. Let's continue with the quest. Hopefully... Why doesn't it tell me? I guess I can just look in the thing. Nope. Quest. Oh, also, before we do that, let's go quickly go to the one place. Cash in our dailies. But Berserker seems to be suitable fit. Yeah, it's like a good idea to focus on what your primary permanent class will be, which is why I'm settling with Clawbringer for sure. I may prefer combining in one something else. Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, that's true, man. Clawbringer is also, like, I feel like the Clawbringer is much more interesting to me than the Berserker. Not that the Berserker is bad, I think it could be very, very good. But to me, the Clawbringer, this idea that you have a dragon and you have like this Thor's hammer, you know, that's too wicked. So it's like a double win. All right, perfect. Now let's go see in our quests, see what we got. Ooh, how's your day though, Big? You pop in here? I haven't seen you before, I don't think. Hopefully have a lovely day. Good to have you. This is Meet Kaching. And then is this something else? That's also an event thing. Both of these are event things. The star inscribes the year. Is this one? Which one's the new one? The lantern right reflects. I think this is the one we need to finish. Yeah, because we're at part 3. So this is the one we were chipping away at. But I need to readjust the sound. So we're no longer going to hear super chill music. We're instead going to hear Genshin and various, companions' voice screaming at us, talking about how leeway is to be a commodity and venti loving wine. Love it. Great. We'll do that. We'll do one of these. Video, edit, compression, this. Okay, let me know if it's ungodly loud. Also, remind me, please, ladies and gentlemen, remind me at the end of the stream to show you guys the 3 things that I finally bought. For those of you guys who do not know, it was my birthday at some point. Now, who knows when it was? But it happened. I got some money, and I bought some cool ass shit. I want to show you guys, but a lot of it needs explaining. So we'll wait till the end of the stream to do it. But yes, Also. It turns out it's almost impossible to find a 70-pound slam ball. So you might have to settle. Feels bad. Anyways. Yes. Also, dude, the Spiral Abyss, man, I could make a whole video on that just being like, this just sucks. It's not even hard. It's just annoying. Like, I literally have no time to fight the Electro person. It is the most frustrating shit ever. Like, it's not even like he's doing an ungodly amount of damage that I can't sustain. It's literally that I'm just waiting for him to sit the fuck down. It's it puts such a blatant strain on, like, this sucks. This whole thing, this boss fight, just the worst. Also, look at Nanny popping off. Thank you so much for being a member, Nanny. Nanny's one of the few people on YouTube that pops off consistently. Also, Nanny says, hey guys, what did I miss? And what about a 70-pound balls? Slam ball, but yes. Also, you've been a member for 6 months? God damn. Thank you, Nanny. But yes, we were talking about Wonderland. Talking about Wonderland. We're talking about all kinds of things. Any updates on Yai, by the way? I see you guys talking about. I think you were just asking if Fluff was going to get her. Lone Ticket says, also, I finished Spiral Abyss before it reset, and I was really sleeping on the triple crown defense Yunjin. My Yunjin is at 2,532 defense. At the normal attack buff is insane. My Yoimiya chewed through those. Yeah, I could see that being like a pretty good instance where actually this like Yoimiya would be pretty good. Now, one particular instance, just because you have that one boss that's like floating around. But I don't know, man. I had gotten you and I was still chewing away and I got through it. It just felt yucky. Like the whole Spiral Abyss just felt like it like difficulty is supposed to make you feel rewarded for achieving the difficult feat, not make you feel like the fundamental mechanics in the game are awful and broken. That's not what you want to come out of this with. And to me, it definitely made the whole game feel like way shittier. But it could just be me, because again, the Electro boss just keeps flying around and you have no opportunity to actually deal damage. It sucks, which is why also Ganyu is such a good pick. It's because she's just like, eat me, I can hit you from wherever. you know. Do you use your resin? I did use most of my resin, but because it was world boss things, I only have 1 condensed resin Lone Syndicate, so I don't know. We should probably save it for the Mara. For me, at least. I actually have 3. We could maybe do a little bit. We might do that, but I need to make a dent in this quest because I've been holding back. Fluff says, back on topic of Wonderland, Clawbringer focuses on fire and shock, whilst Berserker focuses on frost and melee. And so I think I'll be going. I'll be a fun. Oh no, I definitely think it'll work. I just think for me the Berserker, like to me, I think I'm jaded because I was hoping the Berserker would just be someone who just chews through enemies, and instead it's kind of like, no, you can just do slams, like 3 of them maybe. I'm like, oh, I wanted to be Krieg popping off, you know, in a fantasy world, but no. Anyways, but again, they could always add other classes, subclasses, which is cool. Whereas they can't. Well, it seems like they didn't want to do that in Wonderlands, or in Borderlands 3, sorry. They kind of did it at the very end, but yeah. They also note Berserkers can lifesteal, so that'll be a good combo for Graveborn too. Well, no, that's the thing, Fluff. I'm pretty sure like any sort of black magic damage has lifesteal built in, because in the new gameplay, if you look at the like whenever they do black magic damage, or I think it's black magic, but it looks like blood magic. But anyways, every time you do damage, you start pulling particles back into yourself. Also, that's kind of, I think, the meta of blood magic is where you spend your AP for an effect and then you gain it back. So like also the Graveborn has, if I did have any problem with my health, I could just use his ability that basically like increases your magical damage, but gives you the ability to lifesteal on any attack that you do, which is nice. So the Graveborn actually has built-in lifesteal built in. I think. I feel like he's going to be a class that's kind of surprisingly self-sufficient. I think just because his one ability kind of sequences into him being able to steal health. Now maybe his health steal is so low that it's like no, you still need help or you still need some way to heal. Maybe, but I feel like the way they're making it, like. Ideally, the blood magic class would be able to use blood magic abilities, which I think are always going to take a percentage of your health. So there should be some sort of way to limit the cost of blood magic and also increase your chances of healing with damage potentially, you know? So it feeds into itself, hopefully. Might make another character combine Berserker and Graveborn for a frosty Death Knight. Dude, I can't even handle it. That's also a good combo, I think. If you were to use the Graveborn and the Berserker, not Berserker, sorry, Graveborn and the Thor class, I think that would be also pretty fun. Looks like the combo would be great. All except armor, which is weak to poison, whilst fire and shock HP. So yeah, Frost now has a weakness to bone or undead, I think. Well, it says with the 5th damage type being dark magic, which is life. So yeah, okay, so that's what it seems like. So it looks like dark magic is the new entity, whereas cryo is now a specific thing as well, replacing like slag and whatnot, right? Or what's the I don't know, what was there was no new element in Borderlands 3, right? Yeah. Guessing Stabomancer and Grave will primarily deal dark magic, a lot being alongside Frost and Burr. Spell probably does all types of similar damage, with Spore specializing in poison a bit. Yeah. Luzica says, no, Grin, I completely agree. Don't get me wrong, I really does suck. I only got 31 stars. I wasn't going back for 50 more primitive. Dude, I didn't even do it like beyond that. I was like, I only had like 3 hours to do it because I was editing all day and I was doing all this stuff. So I only had 3 hours to do it at the very end of my day after I worked out and did everything. And I was just like, I seen that I had like 24 like stars. And I was sitting there and I was just like, I don't even want to do the last part, man. It's just pain. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's start chipping away at this story so that we can finish this hopefully together on the stream. Why did Borderlands have to come up and be so goddamn interesting is what I'm saying. Also, I'm trying this new tiny cup thing with what's called an espresso shot situation. I don't know if it's gonna be good or bad. We'll see. Let's go. Ah. Oh, I wanted to change by our
Rest
ball.
assured, all is quiet here in Chinksa village. Zhongyun is guarding the outside and I'm guarding the inside. Not a problem in sight.
Nice.
Good. I've made some progress in my investigation as well.
Oh? What are you planning? Is it time to strike?
Xingqiu, how are you not absolutely frozen? Like, just fucking cold, like, excessively cold. Perfect timing. Eh.
Let's go!
Boom.
Traveler, Paimon, you are just in time. I looked everywhere and I found some clues regarding the treasure hoarders. Besides wagon tracks, I also came across bits and pieces of fireworks packaging scattered on the road. Following those clues, I was able to finally locate the missing fireworks, but there was no sign of treasure hoarders.
Did they run away?
No, I think they might be just overly careless. I seem to have found the location where they've been stashing all their stolen goods. They must have thought it was well hidden and deemed it unnecessary to post any guards. The amount of
Idiots.
fireworks they've amassed there is astonishing. Not only did they steal the ones in Chinksa village, but also from other locations too.
Want to check her
They've
bite out?
gathered
Okay.
all the stolen goods there. I've asked the Millilith on guard at Chinksa village to report this to the Ministry of Civil Affairs. They will organize a search around that warehouse.
Are you okay? What's happening? Are you being summoned to another world, Kaching? Jesus Christ. Oh, I'm in the thing. You guys can't see it. What is that? She's about to get taken.
Now that the Millilith is
Isekai,
involved,
bang. What's good,
you
Bento?
need to handle this
Oh, we have a
yourself
lovely day. Good to see you,
anymore.
buddy.
The treasure hoarders are notoriously cunning, and they may even have lookouts. If they notice anything suspicious, they will move the fireworks and our single lead will be lost. I have to keep an eye on the situation.
Dracula,
You're not
cool.
really thinking that you can take all of them yourself, are you?
No, I am not that reckless. I just want to investigate the case thoroughly.
Kaching's like, ha! Are you kidding me? Have you seen my artifacts? There's nothing made for me. I was born into a world not designed for your girl. Okay, eat me.
But now that I have your help, the idea is feasible.
Nice. Depending on
So
friends.
you really are considering it?
We can't let Kaching try to handle this on her own. Why do I fucking say this in my head? What? Also, why does it not matter? They're just treasure hoarders. We can take them.
Okay, then there's no time to lose. Let's go.
Our traveler's like, they're just human people. Disgusts me. Like, he kind of seeming like a monster a little bit. Let's change ball out. Bento, have you seen the excessively amazingly cool Wonderland trailers talking about the new characters, and we even got gameplay? Have you seen it, or are you just super disinterested? Which I honestly I don't get, because it does look like such a good, cool
Need
thing.
my help as usual.
Oh my God, shut up, Diana, please stop it. I guess we'll go here. It's kind of an odd place to get to. Fluff says, cute how they repurpose the Shield brand into fitting fantasy named Ashen, oh yeah, they did like different like weird fantasy variants of all the Hyperion brands and stuff like that. Like I think Tedior is Terrior or something like that, or Terror or something. Also they I think it's cool that, like, to me, I think poison makes more sense now. Or like if an enemy, so like corrosion is now poison in Wonderland, which to me makes more sense than corrosion, where like corrosion's eating through armor, I guess. Whereas it's like, wait, what if we just took a guy covered in armor and just poisoned the shit out of him instead of like trying to get through the armor? And I'm like, that makes more sense to me, at least. So I like that one more. Fluff says, and if I recall, Ashen had some health-based bonuses. Pangolin was slow fire rate, capacity. Yeah, everything is similar, I thought, to the same thing. Hyperion was faster recharge. Ooh. Okay. I am curious to see what it's like for, like, the hand magic, Fluff. Like, I wonder how much variability exists within the various, like, what's the difference? Because there's always the difference in the Borderlands game between everything. Like, there's constant little tiny things that they interchange and give variability to. So I wonder how big, like, the hand magic will be, like the hand spells, will be to the wand spells. Like I wonder what determines their change or a different effect. Will like the wands be a faster cast time, or will they have multiple charges, or will they be like snipers? I don't know. Be cool to see.
Please hide yourselves. Let's wait and see what happens.
I mean, you're a giant purple girl in a field, so you know, rough. But
Hey, boss. You think we have enough fireworks now?
oh, Beto Ganyu's coming right along, right along.
Are you kidding? This ain't nowhere near enough.
But boss, if we want more fireworks, we're gonna have to steal them in the city. Ain't gonna be easy.
You got a point. All right, then we steal those things that make a real loud bang but don't light up real pretty. What do they call them? Ah, yeah, firecrackers. Those'll do the job.
How dare you?
All we need to do
Firecrackers
is make
great.
some real ruckus. As long as we distract the Millilith, the other hoarders can do their end of the job. You get it?
A bow, an arrow just fucking slides right through his heart. He's like, "Gah!" And it's from Ganyu, right there,
Got it,
ready
boss.
to wreck.
I gotta hand it to you. We're gonna hit the jackpot this time. But boss, all our boys are out scouting around. Don't you think we need a few more to guard the stash?
Honestly, guys, this is just a thought that popped in my head. I feel like in this world we'd all be treasure hoarders. Frankly, the idea that in this world where at random kind of people are chosen and given godlike powers, and they're like in your way and or coming to kill you probably, is an unfair world, and you should probably try to get ahead in any way you possibly can. So yeah.
Hey, don't worry about
Brutal.
it. The Millilith are swamped with lanternite. They won't have time to come out here. All right, move it, boys. Just a few more batches and we'll be...
There we are in the background.
Uh-oh. Hey, boss, we got trouble.
It's us. Oh, that son of a bitch.
Huh? What happened?
The
got
jig is
got.
up, boss. The Millilith are coming, and it seems they've already caught our scouts.
Oh, no, different guy, okay.
If one of the boys hadn't set off a firework to warn us, we would have been completely blindsided. Boss, let's run!
Kill.
But how did the Millilith find out about us? And so quickly, too?
Kill.
Ah, fine. Leave the fireworks and let's split. They won't be catching us.
It's time to make our move.
Let's say, let's
Ready?
go.
Let's go!
I'm ready. And make Kaching look real good. Again, they keep like giving the camera angle. They're like, ooh, and honestly, this
Drop
is
your
more time
weapons
than.
and surrender
Oh,
immediately.
what?
Ah, get out of my way. You got a death wish or something? I'll show you. Huh? Wait a second.
What?
You're Lady Kaching, the Yuhong.
Weird idea.
So you do recognize me then. I'll say it one more time. Drop your weapon and surrender. Now!
Who would have thought we'd run into the Yuhong all the way out here? All right, hoarders. Looks like the Yuhong wants to play. We'll show you. Get him!
Well, I kind of wanted to talk real quick. Why are we playing Kaching? I don't mind it, but this is a kind of a out of left field. Did they build her cool, or is it horrible? Let's see. Lady Kaching, let's see. They gave, oh my god, why do you have so much health? You have like 30 health? Okay, that's abnormal. Anyways, you got critical rate, critical damage. Why? You have 101 critical rate. You got a lot of energy. What a weird build. Yeah, they didn't give you any electro. What? What? They gave you that. Okay, so that explains the abundance of crit rate. Yeah, what a weird build. What a weird build. Okay, sure. A lot of constellations and all that. One of those. We'll do this.
Think you can bully
We'll
me?
do this. We'll do one of these.
Diana special!
This.
I'm going in. Let's
Some of
light it up.
this.
You're toast!
Kaching again just to build some particles. Fuck shit up. That's kind of neat. I'll be honest. That's kind of cool.
This is long
Just blanket a huge
overdue.
area. But Ganyu is forever. Okay? Yeah, we would not have been able to enjoy all this story or the dialogue at all. Yeah, we would have just.
All right, so
Done.
you want to do this the hard way.
We surrender, Yuhong.
I tried to pause it when it was at that cool angle.
Now,
God damn
I
it.
want some answers. What were you planning to do with the stockpile of fireworks?
These sons of bitches
We just...
wanted a nice, pretty show.
Tell the truth, and I might go easy on you.
Menacing.
We... Fine. We were gonna smuggle these fireworks into the city and ignite them during the Lantern Rite's opening ceremony. The fireworks are really bright and loud and would definitely raise some havoc. We were gonna rob the city while everyone's distracted by the explosions. But, we didn't seem to have enough fireworks, so...
Why would you admit it?
Oh? So you mean you had more than one group of thieves stealing fireworks?
Yeah, that's right. Originally, I had all the hoarders out stealing fireworks, but then one of them got caught by the Feiyun Commerce Guild and was arrested. I really didn't get it. Why did the Feiyun Commerce Guild get involved? We were only stealing from the government. No, what I meant is, well, I was worried that the guy who got arrested would rat us out.
Why do you keep talking? Why would you not just be like, I don't know nothing about that? Instead, you're like, I'm trying to go to prison, please.
Who would have guessed we'd end up running into you like that?
Hey, didn't one of you just say that the Millilith were coming too?
Yeah, that's right. I wonder how the Millilith even found out we had dispatched scouts. They somehow captured almost all of them. If someone hadn't alerted us, we would have all been caught.
Well, you did get caught.
Well, yeah.
I think it would be fun playing Kaching for what it's worth, guys. To me, I don't know. Again, I don't think they've, I think they could release an artifact set that's really good on her. Maybe, I don't know. The energy recharge set is actually pretty good. I don't know if it's that good, you know?
It appears that the Millilith managed to get the captured treasure hoarder to talk. There may still be other treasure hoarders in the area. We should head elsewhere just to be safe. Traveler, please escort the treasure hoarders back to Chingsa Village and hand them over to the Millilith stationed there. I'll be there once I am finished inspecting this place.
Does anybody know if Kaching is good with the one artifact set that when you use your E, you burn your alt, but you get like 50% charge attack, normal attack, and everything else? Plunge attack damage as well? That one might be good. then she might be like physical damage. Kaching might actually manage. That's neat. Anyways, understood. Please be careful.
Yes, you too. I'll see you in Chingsa Village.
I feel like this was woefully, yeah. The guy's like, yeah, so you got us. Here's my whole plan. Here's me guaranteed going to prison. Yeah. Why are you talking? Shut up. Jesus Christ, man. Have any self-preservation at all. I feel like this is a bid to go to prison. I just want to go back in to the place I know. Anyways, Bento says, how is your Ganyu coming up? Pretty good, Bento. I think she's kind of at the place where I can make some videos of her. I got 9. Oh, god damn it. I got 9, 9, and 5. Yes. As of my build for her, I have 46 critical damage, critical rate. Sorry. 230 critical damage. I also have a little bit more critical rate than you think because Resonance of Diona in the party, as well as. What is it? Oh, her charge shot gets like a bunch of crit just on the second charge shot, which, yeah, pretty good. Pretty good. Bento says, or no, Lone Singer says, at least Kaching has a 5-star weapon. She's at least, she has that going for her. It's true. I mean, again, I don't know. But also, you don't need to do a lot of damage. So, again, it's kind of that tongue-in-cheek argument.
This is the last batch of fireworks that I can get. Please ensure that there will be no further problems.
Nice. I'll catch up on chat. Bento says, I did. Graveborn looks really sick. Looks so sick, Bento. Looks so sick. But also, I feel like the Spore Warden might be like because, dude, I wish I would have went into that a little bit more in the video I uploaded this morning, but like the idea of you summoning forth typhoons that auto lock and will seek in enemies sounds absurdly good, and maybe being able to like mix and mash a class element on top of your action skill, turning it into like a blood tornado or like a dark magic tornado that's just shredding shit, or healing you, that'd be huge, you know? So to me, I'm very much, the Spore Warden might be, and especially if he buffs up your companions, and if you can, my whole thing is that I hope you can specialize in specifically buffing up your companions in the Spore Warden's tree. The Lich King already will just do summoning by himself. But even still, I hope there's a way to path out like increasing your Lich's ability to summon higher and higher tier enemies, and like maybe you have a choice between doing destruction magic with your Lich whenever you cast an ability, or summoning an enemy. I would massively want to summon an enemy, you know. But I do think the Sport Warden, if you in the same way can specify like healing your allies or healing your companions, or maybe it's a win-win to where you're a good support character and also you support the shit out of your summons. But to me, man, I don't know, just the ability to have so many summons running around, or like I hope there's the only thing with the Sport Warden that I don't like is the mushroom with his ass just all out, just hanging out. It's yeah, doesn't seem like a cool, like Fluff's Clawbringer has a fucking dragon. That's awesome, you know. So I'm hoping that there's a way to like tweak your summon, and maybe with his design, maybe make him like jumboified. That would be really cool. Like whenever you activate your whirlwinds, there's a chance for your summon to grow in power and become more and more big until you have like this giant mushroom fucking juggernaut. That'd be super sick. And maybe every time he takes too much damage, he withers in size and becomes smaller and smaller. That'd be cool. Anyways.
Don't worry. The Yu-Hung will be taking care of this personally. And with us on guard, I assure you it'll be safe.
Yes, indeed. Oh, it appears the traveler has returned. And with 2 others, no doubt.
What? Looks like it says, at least you're gonna crit everything every time if you don't crit with 101 critical rate. I quit. Oh yeah, I think it's possible, right? They're thieves who stole fireworks, murder, death, all that. Death to all of them.
It's definitely dangerous to infiltrate an enemy area like that. If only I was there to fight alongside you.
Wendy Williams,
Come
Scott
now.
Lee.
We both know the Traveler is most capable. But who would have known we performed such a noble deed? We had arrested the treasure hoarder earlier by mere happenstance.
Yeah, talk about a coincidence.
It seems that justice always finds its way into the world. It is in fateful moments that miracles are born.
So it was you! You horrible brutes are the ones who stole the fireworks? Just the sight of you two makes my blood boil.
I kind of just feel bad because they kind of like confessed a lot. And we're kind of like, punish me. And I'm like, are you good?
Please calm down. I doubt they'll be causing any more trouble now that they're in custody. Thank you very much, Traveler. But may I ask, why has Lady Keqing not returned with you?
Lady Keqing was worried there'd be more treasure hoarders lurking about. She wanted to conduct a full search of the area.
Oh, I see. Yes, Lady Keqing is quite thorough. A squad of Millilith came by just now. I believe they were sent by the Ministry of Civil Affairs. I also heard that most of the fleeing treasure hoarders have already been apprehended. Hopefully that will be the end of this matter.
Lone Singlet says, what would be a tailor-made Keqing artifact set? And yes, that's good on her. She already gets her burst back hella fast. Okay, yeah, so to me, I don't know. I was thinking, like, I guess, because I've only seen 2 builds for Keqing. I've seen the, like, basically alt bot. Like, you just use her alt, leave her, and that's it. Maybe generate some particles really quick and then be done with it. But then I've also seen, like, the physical DPS artifact set. So maybe the domain... Both domains will be good for her. Like, so the energy recharge domain that was good for Raiden Shogun would be good for her as well, maybe. You could build her, like, for the energy recharge set and just have her ult hit harder, or you could build her for the physical damage bonus on your charge attack, normal attack, and plunge damage. And you would just burn her ult, so you'd be the opposite of what you could be. So I guess she does have an artifact set that's good for her. I guess we just need an artifact set that's kind of like Noblesse Oblige, but for a different useful thing, whether it's Elemental Mastery gain or something. Just because, I don't know, to me, I haven't seen many people play her. Maybe she's just really good still, but I think she's still, I haven't seen her in like any top 10 damage lists, but that doesn't mean she's not hella usable. That just means that maybe she doesn't deal as much as Ganyu and whatnot, you know?
Anyway, you may leave these treasure hoarders to us. I will escort them back to the city and make sure they stand trial with the others.
No, Blizzard, I didn't go Wanderer's Trump or Blizzard. I went with the other one. The one that, like, whenever I use my E, I get 50% more damage on my charge attack. Which, because I couldn't resist. I do have the Wanderer's Trump one built too. It's a little bit less good than my current one, but yeah.
And thus, our chapter has finally reached its timely conclusion. I am partial to fireworks myself, but I'm afraid we must also be leaving now.
It says, what? Mushroom guy ain't cool enough for you, Grit? Yes, absolutely, 100%. He looks like a little thing you could kick over. You could just kick right in the face, and just he's gone. You know what I mean? No bueno, no bueno with the mushroom thing. But if he could become like fucking juiced, like the images of the weird Pokemon that are mushrooms, except down in the ground they're like a bunch of shredded dudes. If he becomes like that, I'm down. I'll pick him and be like, yes, beat the shit out of everybody. Big mushroom person. But right now he just looks like a gross, disgusting, dirty fungi thing. You know.
Why the hurry to get back to the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Are you also?
Don't tell us you have work to do too.
Are you also busy these days, Xinqiu?
Inevitably, affairs do become busier around festive seasons. But no need to worry. We have many attendants to assist us. And there's always Chongyun too.
Huh? You mean you're assigning more work to me?
Tis only my duty as your dearest friend. Work before play, as they say. I'm sure you understand.
All right. I suppose.
As the saying goes, many hands make light work. As long as work is assigned to the right people, everything will proceed without a hitch.
If you ask me, I think speaking eloquently is just a guise for assigning work to everybody else.
Yeah.
All right. I shall treat you to a meal after the work is done.
It's like, why don't you pay me? Asshole. You're this friend. Great.
Farewell, traveler.
All right, bye. Please put on pants. Anyway, sorry. It looks cold, all right?
By the way, do you know when Lady Kuching will be back, Traveler? There are not many fireworks in the second batch that I brought, so I'm worried that we can't achieve the show's desired effect. I was hoping we could somehow retrieve the stolen fireworks.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Hey, did you hear that explosion? Maybe it was fireworks. Or maybe more treasure hoarders.
It came from Kaching's location.
Oh no! Maybe she ran into trouble. Let's go and help her.
Off we go. Maybe it's never a good idea to split up ever. Ever. And we should just be patient and do it together, people. Golly. Anyway. Also, am I going to have to scale this mountain? It's looking like I am. Great. I'm not doing that. We're just teleporting here. What was this? Oh, Lone Singlet said, the reason I say that is because I used to run Yanfei like 99 crit rate. And I tell you not, I didn't crit 4 times in a row. Oh man, that is pain. That's when you're like, you know, maybe we don't wish this time around. Maybe we give ourselves a little break. A little break to recover some luck. Ugh. That's pain, Lone Singlet. Lone Singlet says, ew, who uses Kaching as an alt bot? Her alt doesn't even hit that hard. Just the final hit. Oh wow, okay, I didn't know that. Neat. So maybe like a physical DPS Kaching is what I've also seen. Or maybe you have enough. No, because Constellations. No, her E gives you Electro on her attack. She's just having a good time, I guess. Okay. Huh. Weird.
Oops. What did I do?
Fluff says Kaching tends to either be electro or physical DPS, heavily focused on crit. Oh wow, I didn't know it was heavily focused on crit. Weird. I didn't know that. It's neat. My time talked to our turn though. Talked to our turn, forgive me. Her ult definitely isn't her key to damage. Oh wow, okay, I thought that's what I usually seen at the very beginning of the game, but things probably change. Once again says, I will say physical DPS Kaching is really boring in my opinion. Also, Benji says, Shinowabi, I was thinking of trying that. Man, it feels good. It feels nice. It feels like you're like, golly. Like, if I didn't have this 50% damage, it'd be bad. It'd be like, I'd be doing like, like, what is it? 19k, which is still enough, but, you know, it's just not 24k with, that's just the bloom, you know? Kaching's ult looks so good, but does little damage. Okay, I see. I'm not Kaching mains. I do know people really enjoy her, though, so I was wondering. It's true, Bento, says Lone Singlet. Fluff says, rapid strikes don't tend to be big damage. Tell it to Venti. Tell it to Venti. Fluff says, Bido is closest we've gotten to a shielder. For what? Oh, no, Lone Singer says, we need an electro healer or shielder. Oh, and then Bido is like a weird shielder. Okay, I guess. I wonder how an electro person would heal and if it would even change it at all. Buff says, and who knows? The electro catalyst could be one of those too.
Hey, Kuching!
You just change the eye and make her that. Just what? Wait. Where are the treasure? Ka-ching!
What treasure hoarders?
We heard an explosion and thought it might be treasure hoarders sending signals to one another again.
I see. Sorry, that's not the case. I saw a few sticks of fireworks on the ground, so I fiddled with them, and sure enough, it seems I accidentally lit the fuse. Before I could react, the fireworks were already up in the air.
You know what this is like? This is like a political figure being like, yeah, so I picked up this gun, and I was just like, I don't know, I was fiddling with it, and then I shot it. You're like, what? That is dangerous as hell. Stop. Like, shit. Oh, dude, there's something so wonderful about, like, I remember it never ceases to not make me laugh. If there's any sort of like sick, twisted thing in many people's brains, including myself, it's that like iconic meme / clip of like a news anchor lady stepping on like tomatoes or grapes and then just falls on the ground and like wins herself so bad. And it's like, to me, what kills me is and I laugh because I've been there, where like you're a little tiny child, you like fell off the swings, and you're like, and you just start losing it. Holy shit! Anyways, sorry, that was just for me. Oh, I see.
So no enemies? Whew. Well, that's good. We thought you might have been surrounded by bad guys.
I apologize. I didn't mean to alarm you. Fortunately, there are no more treasure hoarders in the area. It seems this matter has finally come to an end.
You got Contingency 1?
Right. The case of the stolen fireworks is finally solved. Good thing we were able to get to the bottom of it.
Chain heal? Yeah, I mean,
Otherwise,
for
those
Electro?
beautiful fireworks would have gone to waste, and the whole show would be ruined.
Yes! That's right!
By the way, Kuching, you're the one in charge of the fireworks show, which means you know the best viewing spot, right?
Yes, of course. The best view should be from the Jade Chamber. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten my promise. But first, I have to drop by the Ministry of Civil Affairs and close this case.
Isn't the whole point of our objective to make it so that she chilled the fuck out and stopped doing something? Yeah?
Leave the rest of this to me. You've already been a great help. Why don't you go for a walk around the city and I'll meet you when I'm done?
Our character's like, actually, our payment is you fucking calming down for a minute.
Okay, but we'll be waiting for you.
Or did we already pass that? I don't remember that part.
Yes, I'll be there.
Kuching really is super busy. I'll meet you when I am done. How many times have we heard that already? Now Paimon gets why Lady Ningguang is so worried about Kuching. If she keeps working like this, she really will miss the lantern rite.
Paimon's that needy girlfriend or friend. Let's say friend, because, you know, weird, tiny person. Anyways, let's go find Zhongli.
Oh, yeah! We said we would meet him! And we've even collected a few opinions about taking a rest from work.
Oh, she was embarrassed? I missed it. Oh, shit. I was making no jokes.
Zhongli said he'd wait for us at 3rd round knockout. Let's go find him.
Yeah, possibly like a lifesteal chain thing for Electro. That'd be interesting. I don't know. Hope I don't know. To me, I always wish stuff like that existed, but I always like it when it's not. Like, there's a point where things become gimmicky, which is like, you don't want that, but you do want to get close. You want to get like, hey, this is just like good healing, but then like also it could chain heal. Like, sure, just fucking sure, but it doesn't like, it's not like because it can chain heal, you have to do electro reactions, and if you don't do that, you're punished, you know, or some weird shit, or like you have to do water electro hits or some fucking nightmare. I don't know, you know. Fluff says, this event was great for essentially being Kaching's hangout. Yeah, no, I agree. It's a shame that no one could see it outside of after this event's over. But no, I definitely think this event gave Kaching a lot more like depth and like brevity. And actually, like, because you hear like, Kaching is supposed to be the hard, diligent worker. But now it's like, no, now we actually could see that she's a little buck wild when it comes to gunning it, you know?
Hey, is that who Paimon thinks it is?
It's our girl. Ooh, look at
Yes,
the lantern.
you are quite right. I shall take your wise words to heart, sir. They will certainly be most helpful in my next performance.
You are welcome, Miss Yun. Your willingness to hear suggestions is indeed impressive. It's no wonder your opera performance has only been getting better.
No, I'm afraid that's not always the case. Though I am still young, I can be quite arrogant at times. I do not always accept advice so readily, but your wisdom has spoken to me.
Love that introspection.
Zhongli, we're back!
Ah, you've returned.
You are also acquaintances?
Yes, we sure are!
We've met a lot.
Not everyone gets the privilege of meeting someone so knowledgeable and discreet as Mr. Zhongli.
All right.
You are indeed well connected, traveler.
I am flattered, Miss Yun. It is an honor for an ordinary person like myself to have met the traveler.
Wow. Did he really just say that?
I wouldn't dare reveal his true identity.
I'm sure you must have matters to discuss. I have an appointment with Xinyan, so if you'll excuse me, I'll take my leave.
Okay, this moment right here is like I keep mentioning this, but this is like a better introduction to what I think. Like, I think Genshin got better writers, essentially. Because this to me is way more endearing when it comes to Zhongli. For me, the idea that he's like, hey, I'm willing to like push you up and push myself down, which to me is like, if you are a god, that means you're a god that doesn't take yourself too seriously and all these crazy things. Oh, come on, Secondly. What are we doing? What are we doing if you're gonna come in here and say spoilers? What's happening? God damn it. Hello. Hopefully having a lovely day. Hopefully you're getting a hold of them classes. They're not too crazy. Secondly, have you seen, I was gonna say the Borderlands thing. I'm not sure if you're excited about Wonderlands, but yes. Very juiced and excited about it.
Very well. Goodbye, Miss Yun.
See you around, Yunjin!
Oh there. Come.
So,
Come and see these.
tell me, what have you learned from your trip?
We asked around and explaining Zhongli what happened. Work-life balance.
I see. Well, traveler, what do you make of all their opinions?
I think we can weave them into a story.
Yeah, Paimon already started creating her own story on the way here. The goal is to convince Kuching to rest more with just a simple story, right? If that's the case, then Paimon thinks we can use food as our theme.
Guys, I feel like here's what's going to happen. Just your boy taking a shot in the dark. I feel like we're going to basically make it so that Kaching, we try to get her to take a break with this story, and eventually it's going to evolve. It's not going to hit the mark. She's going to be like, what a nice story. I'm going to continue my destructive behavior. And she's just going to be like, that person's crazy. Not me. And then be fine. Because that's what people do. And then our character's going to have to do the thing that you should probably do, which is just have an open conversation with your friend about behavior, or about destructive behavior, and how to maybe work away from that. But maybe not. Maybe they're like, no, this weird, complicated way of telling someone, hey, maybe, take a break because your body's going to wear out and you're going to be less efficient for your people that you care most about, and you're going to do a worse off job. Or you're either going to break so that you can't ever achieve any more than what you've already achieved, which is no good.
Think about it. Who doesn't like delicious food? And when it comes to eating, everyone has an opinion. It's the perfect angle for our story.
Classic Paimon wisdom. Food. Food again. I hate that my options are egging Paimon on or being okay with it. I guess Paimon shit.
Paimon knows just what to write. Let's say there's a chef in Liyue who's very talented at cooking. He opens a massive restaurant in Liyue Harbor, and lots of customers come every day, so he's always super busy.
I agree, Fluff, about that screenshot thing. his food starts getting worse and worse.
Ooh, that's good. But wait, didn't we say he's really good at cooking?
Yes.
That wouldn't make sense.
But we should also put in there that he thinks he's actually getting better at cooking despite getting unarguably worse. Because that's something that happens with people who don't take breaks. Is you convince yourself that you're actually more efficient in a way so that you don't have to change. Because it's hard to change. It's up to you. It's your story.
There's no need to jump to the conclusion. Why don't you elaborate more on the chef?
More about the chef. You mean both good and bad things?
Yes. To gain one's empathy, there must be familiarity. I would like to understand this chef character of ours a little deeper.
Sorry, I keep interrupting this. I misunderstood what Sekiri said. Sekiri says, I did this last night. Spoiler, I cried. What? I only seen Sekiri saying, spoiler, and then I thought I read it as I cry. So I was like, Sekiri, don't fucking, what? Why'd you come here and say me spoiler? But no, I misunderstood the whole thing anyways. But why'd you cry? What's so sad about this?
Paimon didn't think this far. Why don't you take it from here?
Since you've spoken with others familiar with Kuching, why don't we integrate their thoughts into your story? That will allow it to become all the more convincing.
No, I know that.
Okay, let Paimon think. What did Cloud Retainer say? As one sows, so do they reap, and the joy of reaping is what one yearns for.
Oh there. Come and see these.
That was quite poetic, Paimon. Bravo.
Oh, now Paimon remembers. Cloud Retainer said that if she spends all her efforts working on a machine with no time to test the outcome, then she'd be like a chef who doesn't get to try their own food. Problems are bound to pop up.
What do you call it? Yeah, that's also something we gotta talk about. Fucking, oh man, I don't know. Sony bought Bungie, but not really, but kind of. They bought the ideas and the software, but they're not like controlling them like a publisher does. Apparently, who knows if that's gonna hold? But they had it written in a contract specifically that they're still kind of working under the umbrella of Sony. It almost seems like Sony has exclusivity rights for them, but they're able to publish and monetize in whichever way they want. But also, Sony's going to be pumping money into them so that they can make live service games. That's seemingly what it is. But interesting, nevertheless, that Sony bought up good old Bungie, which I don't know. To me, I'm kind of like, I used to love Bungie with like a burning passion, and now I'm kind of like, you fucking husk, you know? I don't know. I just feel like, again, after they left Activision, everyone was expecting them to be like super monetarily sound and like keep listening to community because maybe there's restrictions happening or time pressure build up. But now, I don't know. But I think Sony, a big part of why they bought Activision, or not Activision, they bought Bungie was because of their software for like servers and being able to like handle huge worlds in a way.
Yes.
Anyways.
It is most unwise to put the cart before the horse.
That's exactly what she said. So, let's make that happen to the chef in the story. He's great at cooking, but he can't enjoy his own food.
Fluff says you can't climb.
But there must be a reason why he doesn't partake in the delicacies he makes.
Fluff says you can cry for more than just being sad. I figured that probably was the reason, but I don't know what the joy thing that could pivot here is, it was so pretty. Okay, pretty, beauty. Okay, so you cried because of the beauty and probably the sentiment, I would imagine. So I cried from excitement? That's a weird. I've never seen people cry from excitement. That's crazy. That's awesome too.
He's super busy.
Jealous.
He receives the customers, he takes the orders, and he does all the cooking himself. That should keep him busy enough. He's so busy every day that he doesn't even have time to take a break, which obviously also means he doesn't have time to eat.
Oh there.
It sounds a bit extreme.
Hey, it's just a story. Besides, it's supposed to leave a powerful impression, kind of like fireworks.
Yes, The chef is unwilling to delegate tasks to others. He's overconfident about his own cooking abilities and tries to accomplish everything on his own.
Paimon already kind of feels sorry for him.
Oh there. Come. Come.
Many hands make many hands make light work.
Oh, right! That's what the chef doesn't understand. And there's another saying. What was it again? Oh, yeah! A rested worker is an efficient worker. That's what Yamfe said. So, the chef gets busier and busier to the point where he can't stand up straight anymore, and he has big, dark circles under his eyes. The customers tell him to take a few days off to get some rest, but the chef won't listen.
I feel like we're never gonna see the play because we're learning all about it in excruciating detail now. So, yeah.
His judgment is clouded by the chores before him. He is oblivious to mountains in the distance, the bigger picture.
Eventually, the chef falls ill, and his cooking becomes far worse than when he started. The customers can't convince him to rest, and they don't like his cooking anymore. So they stop coming to his restaurant.
The consequence of not getting enough rest are pretty serious. I feel like we've really hit a nerve. Zhongli's like, yeah. I'm gonna be a director, baby.
Rest is always of great importance. Although we may come across various difficulties in our lives, pushing ourselves is never a good modus operandi.
Right.
The story is quite simple, without embellishment, yet deeply meaningful. If our listener is sensible, then she should quickly grasp the meaning contained within.
You're saying Paimon made a good story?
Sincerity can allow one to see clearly, and earnest advice can provide sound direction. The story is indeed good. The Yuheng is an adroit leader. I am certain she will understand the message you are trying to convey.
Really? Score 1 for Paimon!
Given that the case involving the treasure hoarders has come to an end, she is inevitably tired. Now will be the ideal moment to speak with her.
I am so sad that no one's gonna experience this. This is the story that they are gonna experience with Zhongli is like cratered by this version of him that we're seeing, and also Keqing's version. God, that's so flawed. It's so sad.
If all goes well, I think your story will be a success.
Hear that? Zhongli says Paimon's story has what it takes. If anyone knows a good story, he does. Quick, let's go find Keqing.
I personally like the stories in Inazuma, weed trash, etc. All that, but yes. Also, ladies and gentlemen, no, I'll wait till the end of the stream. I'll wait till the end of the stream, but I do want to show you guys the 3 items that I got, all right? For, well, I got them, but it's like a weird birthday thing where people gave me money, and then I was like, hey, you bought me this, because people hate giving money to people, because I was like, hey, this is the way I actually get something I really want. Anyways, also, can I activate these in any way? No? Oh. I guess I do have one, but still. Fluff says, Destiny was originally going to be a Sony exclusive, and they had timed exclusives ever since. Yeah. Again, but apparently they're like, Destiny's not going to be on a different platform, so.
The matter has finally come to an end, but we mustn't lower our guard. Increase patrols around Chinksa Village and coordinate our people at other fireworks locations to prevent any further theft.
Dragging out a little bit? Maybe a little bit.
Yes, Lady Keqing.
And by the way, the Ministry has requested the Millilith to increase security along travel routes. How is that proceeding?
It's all been taken care of. However, due to various reasons, there are still some blind spots in the city.
Have we drafted a new patrol map? Please, give me a copy and I'll look it over when I have time.
Understood. The patrol map is still being drafted, but it will be ready soon.
Maybe Keqing has found a way to turn electricity into, like, speed, you know? Maybe that.
Okay. Also,
Oh, excuse me, Lady Keqing? Your friends are here.
Hi, Keqing. Still working? Aren't we going to see the fireworks?
Oh, yes. But I thought we'd meet at the Jade Chamber. Why have you come here?
You told us to walk and have a look around.
Yeah, we walked around the city just like you told us to. It's very nice. But it would be even nicer if you could join us. Do you still have work to do?
It's nothing urgent, really, just some trivial matters. But I wish to get it done as soon as possible.
You can leave it to us, Lady Kuching. You've been working hard for a long time, so you should get some rest. If I'm not mistaken, the Traveler is here to remind you to take a break.
Well, fuck. That guy really just shit on everything, didn't he? This whole arduous plan. The guy's like, yeah, I just have really good people skills, and boom, boom. And we have something to tell you, Kuching.
That's right. Something so important that we must speak with you personally.
This complicated-ass story.
Oh, really? In that case, Jingcheng, I'll let you take charge. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, what would you appreciate greater? If one of your friends came up to you and told you a long-winded story about how a certain character in the story has shortcomings, and how they're maybe having destructive behavior, or a friend that just genuinely comes to you and says, like, hey, I noticed this, and etc.
Understood. I'll handle things from here.
I feel like it's kind of a
Traveler
mix.
and Paimon, let's go to the Jade Chamber. The view there is nicer and it's much more private. Perfect for talking.
Like, it depends on the execution, I suppose. But yes. I feel like the story one, I would feel overwhelmed. And I wouldn't, unless they made it really obvious it was about me, I'd be like, this is just a nice story.
Here we are.
You should write that down, kind of thing, you know?
What was it you wanted to talk about?
We have a story to tell you. But not yet, because I gotta catch up with chat. We lucky YouTube is here, or is there, so you can experience it in some way. I mean, yes, but also not really, because you like it's fun to experience like the gameplay yourself, you know, and then kind of go at your own pace, not have to listen to my dumb ass talk every 2 seconds, you know. Pain. I've been watching The Duke of Death and his main episode 10, and I'm just loving it all. The characters are interesting and memorable, and the dub for the episode drops. And the last dub for the episode drops this weekend. Ooh, I can't wait to start. We'll probably start after I finish watching this Netflix series. Again, if you guys haven't checked out this Netflix series, it's actually pretty good. If you're craving like not an anime, and you want to change things up a little bit, it's not bad. Anyway, let's do this. We have a story to tell you, Kachin.
Yeah, we want to tell you a story from this beautiful view. What do you say?
All right, I'm listening.
Pick a shit, sit
So
down.
it turns out we just heard some big news in Teyvat. A very talented chef is in trouble.
Aren't you?
Oh, is the chef from Liu? From Liuli Pavilion or Shinua Kiosk, perhaps?
No, the chef is from Mondstadt. Yeah, and he's really good.
What if she was just like hella racist? I don't know. She was just like, oh, Mondstadt. Yeah, right. Those people. I'd be like, oh no. Stop it, please. Don't say this, Kajay.
He had a restaurant right next to the city gate. He was super efficient, and his cooking was really delicious. So his restaurant had been getting more and more popular. In fact, he became so busy that the worker from the florist next door asked him, "Sir, why don't you find someone to help you in the restaurant?" But the chef brushed the idea aside, saying that he's the only one that can turn top-quality ingredients into world-class dishes. No one could help him.
Well, confidence is an essential trait for a good chef. He must be an excellent cook.
Our character sucks. Our character is sitting there like, mouth open, fucking looking off in the distance. How does it feel, main character, for everyone in this world to not actually like you, but just Paimon?
That's what everyone was saying. But surprisingly, after just 6 months, no one would dine in his restaurant anymore. Shocking, right? Do you have any guess why?
Maybe the chef had fallen ill, or...
Wrong answer! You tell her, Traveler!
She's you fucking idiot. How could you? How could you make such a stupid blend? What a dumb answer. Just like, Jesus Christ, Paimon. Because he was too stubborn.
Ding, ding, ding! because the chef was too stubborn. He would keep himself busy every day and try to make the most delicious dishes for all his guests. But he forgot that he's only human and needs time to eat and rest. He was so busy that he didn't even have time to eat and couldn't even taste his own cooking. He was unwilling to seek help, even when he's tired, because he thought he's the only one capable of cooking the best dishes. Eventually, the people around him felt like they couldn't help him anyway, so they just left. And because he had forgotten the original taste of his dishes, he was no longer a good chef.
I feel like we didn't need the one story where we talked to Zhongli and been like, oh, this is what I'm thinking, because this is a much better delivery of it.
In the end, his restaurant had no choice but to close for good.
Oh. I see. He's overly confident, which disappoints the people around him, and he's so impatient that he ends up losing sight of his original purpose.
Our character's like, stop, we're leaving, we're abandoning it, we're abandoning this. We do not want to tell our friend that they're overconfident and they're like not listening to people. I would love seeing our character like, Paimon, get out. We're getting out. She perceived the whole thing wrong. No good. Stop it.
So, that's the whole story?
Depressing.
Yep, that's the whole thing.
Sorry, it's not a very good story.
Hey! Didn't you just say that Paimon made a great story?
Did you come up with that story?
Oh, no, we just,
How should I describe it? The story is very simple, and I suppose the ending isn't really surprising.
Huh.
Think before you act and don't overexert yourself. Of course, I understand these concepts in theory, but when tasks come to me personally, it is easy to lose sight of the bigger picture.
Okay, I feel that I agree with. That's hard for me as well. I find I get focused on the things that I'm focused about, and I can't calm down without getting them off my plate, essentially. But at the simultaneously, I feel like she superimposes her will onto things, which I don't do. If anything, I try to be like, I'm not sure if I'm the best for this. Maybe I'll wait until someone forces me to do it, and then I'll do it. Or I force myself to do it. It's as if your judgment is clouded, right?
Yes. Up in the mountains, we can see the mist in the clouds. Out in the ocean, we can see fog on the sea. That's why, from time to time, we need to examine where we are, remove the fog, and feel our heart.
So, how do you feel now, Kuching?
How do I feel?
Tired.
Deep down inside, I wish I could slow down time. That way, I could finally take the opportunity to walk around the city, see the people I wish to see, and watch the fireworks. Thinking back, I used to be even more impatient. My colleagues would resign after just 3 months of working with me. You're completely right. It's important to know your boundaries. But I am getting better. You can tell, can't you? And I did make a promise with you, didn't I? We agreed to enjoy the fireworks show together this year. So...
I have thoughts. So...
Happy Lantern Rite, Traveler and Paimon. I'm very happy to be here and enjoy this moment together with you. I've poured all my best effort into this fireworks show. And now that we're here, I sincerely hope you will enjoy it. I feel very fortunate to be right here, enjoying the fireworks, and enjoying the view of Liu Harbor.
This is quite nice. Before we say the final thing, the only reason why I second guess this a little bit is I like when it comes to your friend taking on a dragon was what person I like talks to essentially about this idea of taking on this fear or this bad habit or this intrinsic part of yourself. To me, the only reason I don't exactly like the execution of this is because it's void of what the thing I think helps make it achievable, which is your friend like sitting down with you, talking with you about it, and asking you how would you best solve that problem, and then you both come up with a plan on what the hell they could do, or you both could do together maybe to get them out of this place. And so her character's kind of just sitting there like, hey, maybe just stop working so much, and she's like, I can't even think that way. I can't even imagine what it is to not try to 120%, even if I feel tired, you know, which doesn't help her fix the problem or map out a solution to solve the said problem, you know. Anywho, just my thoughts on like real world versus beautiful story application. Happy Lantern Rite Kaching.
Happy Lantern Rite.
Happy Lantern Rite. And thank you.
Wholesome. Nice. Hit me. This game's music is too good. Always too good. There's like motion blur or something. I don't like it. I like all of it, but there's a weird blur thing happening.
Lady Kuching, the item Lady Ningguang prepared for you has arrived.
Traveler, wait here for a moment. Don't go anywhere.
We get to see our girl looking dark.
Something important.
Are my eyes freaking out, or does it look kind of blurry? Like there's, yeah, it's like there's a depth or motion blur or something. My brain's like, Now it looks good. I feel like it's just me. My eyes might be doing some weird shit. Oh, there's the girl we met last Lantern Rite. It was nice. We made a lantern for her, I think.
Paimon? Ningguang had her personal tailor make it for me, but it's an imported style. Well, do you like it?
God damn!
It's beautiful.
That looks so good.
It's time. Traveler, please enjoy the grand finale of this year's Lantern Rite.
What if our main character grabbed Paimon and put him by his business? I was like, you look, see, I'm fine, you look great. Paimon, don't move. Please don't move. For the love of God. Don't lean back either. Jesus Christ. Oh! Golly!
Hey, check you out. Looking pretty fancy.
Only a true treasure catches the eye of Captain Beidou. Seems I've struck gold with this one.
They definitely scissor. Confirmed right now. Bang. 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 Oh! There she is. Everyone's here. Mondstadt's, I hope, is this cool. Because it was. At least last festival, whatever. Go back! Our boys! Our 5-star kings and queens. Or 4-star kings and queens, sorry.
Did you see that? Way over there, a firework that looks just like a pig.
I wonder if Hu Tao knows Zhongli is the big god himself. I don't know. Azdaha, I guess. Cloud Retainer. Oh, we didn't get to see the one people. Whatever happened to them?
Time to eat. Food's ready. No better way to celebrate.
See, that's peak. That's super comforting. And goddamn. Single-handedly just destroy the ozone layer brutally. Also, goddamn, that lady's a hidden treasure. Anyways.
Dr. Baiju, sorry to trouble you again this year.
No trouble at all.
Lantern Rite.
Oh, I thought they were gonna hint at like maybe Dendro coming sooner than you think. How the fuck did Shang Ling get up here?
Happy Lantern
Or
Rite.
Shen Yan?
Turn right.
Ooh! Damn, that's clean. And no one will see it. It'll be gone forever. But it is also special because we got to experience that moment. Anyways, you looking good. People were saying that you didn't look as good. I think you look great. And now that they made us win, now that they made you win us over forcibly through a very lovely story. Yeah, I haven't seen the Nin Wong hangout though. Hopefully it's as cool. But this one is very, very nice. Ka-ching, what's good?
What did you think of this year's fireworks display?
Magical. That CGI trailer probably took forever to make. Golly.
I just hope this festival can be everything that people want it to be.
They were lovely. I liked them a lot. They were lovely.
Really? I hope you're not just saying that to reassure me. I want you to be straight with me if you have any suggestions.
That's actually something I would say. I think they were lovely. That's a human thing I would say.
Anyway, if you have any time during the festival, take a look around the city. There's a lot to see, but it won't last, so make the most of it. If only I had a little more free time. I'd love to take you around and show you everything we did to make the city look special during the festival.
But I don't. So you probably shouldn't have brought it up now. It's longing or something. Regardless, that was lovely. I'm sad that we don't see them constant. I was hoping that like after we do this, they would have like constant fireworky things happening. Also, hey, guess what? Guess what, Ka-ching? You son of a bitch. Check this out. Where is it? Oh, did they take them from me? Oh. Are they gadgets? Where the fuck are my lanterns? Oh no, if they genuinely took or replaced my lanterns, I'm gonna be peeved. They're right here, I'm blind. I'm actually blind. Anyway, here we go, baby.
Should we really be off work this early?
All that.
There is still a lot left to do.
Gorgeous. Breathtaking. I'm not trying to get an undershot. This goddamn bullshit. No, Bennett, there we go. Stupid boy shorts come in handy, I guess. Look at this. Oh, they actually just oh no, they're gone. They're like, oh no, this is all we got. Too much processing power, get away from me. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll probably still do some stuff today, but appreciate you sticking with me. This was actually really good. Again, something that Mihoyo has always been really good. I'm yawning while trying to talk. Something that Mihoyo has always been really, really good at is capturing the like magical feeling that that music combined with like storytelling can give you, which is very, very good. But again, I think it's something that they've always been notoriously wonderful at. But yeah. Also, it was cool seeing all the characters interact, and like again, this is to me what I hope the story would continue to be moving forward. I know we're gonna go see new places, but to me this is like the best lull period ever, where you actually get to go back and like really sit with the characters that you're supposed to resonate with. Because like looking deeper into the future or in the past, I'm not sure if I really know a great deal about Toma. You know, I don't really know if I know a great deal about Ball even. I don't know if I know a great deal about Kujo Sara, you know? So hopefully there are moments like this that kind of give you the ability to see multiple characters from different perspectives and make them interesting and endearing, you know? That's, I think, a better way to tell a story, because kind of a rising tide rises all ships, you know what I mean? So if, you know, you're this Ka-ching interacting with the entirety of the Liyue cast was just a really fun story mechanic. That I thought made everything more, made her more endearing, but also made you understand the different layers to these people that we've been interacting with, and the relationships that and their life kind of going on beyond the traveler, which gives the world a feeling of brevity and greater depth, I think. But yes. Bento says that's how they get you to buy. It's true. But I also feel like the other one looks good too on her, you know? You like it? Now pay us $20 to keep it, you son of a bitch. Yeah, exactly. Fluff says Bido X and Wong shipping. We'll write that down. We'll write that, yes. Bento says Bido and Wong are definitely really close, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. Fluff says folks have been shipping those two from the start, even before they had much in the way of interaction. I know, but that's pretty on the nose. That's a pretty on the nose shipping for sure. referring to herself as like a treasure that only Bido could, appreciate or see. Pretty up there. I'm not sure if I told my my homies that they're like a treasure or that they look so beautiful. Maybe I should. Maybe that's a me thing. I tell someone if they look good. I just won't phrase it as like you're a treasure. Oh. Love says that with the power of rock and roll, yeah, she somehow got up there. Why? How? Lone Zigga says, wait, did they just flirt with each other? Other Bido shippers are going crazy. Yes, popping off. Bento says, Dendro coming in 2030. Not Dendro. Bento. You understand the problem. Bento, please. Love says, Mihoyo posted a cutscene as an ad for the game all the time. They'll probably do so for the... Yeah. Honestly, that's like Mihoyo's intelligent, like probably hiring people that are like, well, what if we double dip and you make a cutscene that makes people resonate and feel like a thing, but also, is a nice, wholesome thing as well, Yeah, like good marketing, essentially, where the ad is also part of the story, and they both kind of achieve the same feat, which is making you want the skin and also making you satisfied with the characters and the atmosphere around you, What's good, Mr. Cup? Mr. Cup? Hope you're having a lovely day, Mr. Cup.
I can't decide whether pirate...
Fluff says, so people will see it even if they haven't sought it out. Yes, it's true. That's good. That's good not to waste like all that development cost too. Like some people are busy, and I think Genshin is one of the few games that actually understands how busy people are, which is good and bad because they understand how busy you are, but then they refuse to cater to also not busy people, or people who find some time, Lone Zigga says, Kaching looks great. I just don't know if I want to pay for it. Oh, no, I don't. I think if I had disposable income, sure. Like, I'd just be like, fuck it, but it's not that good. It's not like Zhongli with the Geo hoodie on and the, like, Geo hands, Fluff says, there's a theory that Baiju is the Dendro Archon, which is why the other one is known as a lesser god.
It's so nice to...
That'd be cool. That'd be pretty cool. Wonder why he's just chilling in Leeway healing people, It would kind of make sense. What if he was the person that, like, saved... or maybe he had to, like, do a favor to... Because he very much cares for Kaching, so I wonder what that's about. They float up and then go, peace, kids. I was gonna spam, just spam like 10,000 of them and break the game. No, I want to keep those. I was hoping they would give us the option to make more of them. They did not. They did not. Love says Bido is still working on a way to take her ship into Ninhuang's Jade Chamber. I ruined it, but it was very good. Love. Carthage should be proud. Love said, I still get Genshin ads that talk about Kokomi and Ayaka. Oh. Bento says, Genshin is so nice when I'm a buy, but also sucks when I want to binge. Yeah, man. And when you just want like a little piece, it's perfect for you.
Should
like you're like
really
wake up in the morning, grind a little bit, be done.
There is still a...
outside of that, it's a nightmare. I was gonna try to do a little bit more because we still have this other part of the quest, which I think is a big old quest. It could not be, but I think it's this one because it's also timed. Wait, this one's also timed? Head to the Jade Chamber. Ninhuang seems... Oh, shit. Which one do I do? Are these both timed? I may need to do one of these on my own time, ladies and gentlemen. Which one should we do next stream? But we only can choose one. I think it's this one. This one I think is like about a big-ass thing, like a dragon. But this one's also about Ninhuang, which sounds nice. But they're both timed, which is shitty. But yeah. Which one do you guys think we should do that? Do tomorrow. Maybe I should let you guys pick tomorrow. Although I do want to, I'll just do it, yeah, last minute, worst case scenario. But I want to show you guys my the two presents that I got for me after getting money for my birthday from various lovely family members who are far too kind to me. I still got Genshin. Oh, still got Genshin. Bento's. Oh, right, the Bento thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to go use the washroom, but then I'll bring back various items that will need great deals of explanation. So, until then, hear the magical dialogue of Ganyu, just living her best life. All right, I'll be back.
It's so nice to de-stress. If you lie on the grass, you can feel the heartbeat of the world.
Holy shit, I'm back. Holy fucking hell. I had to bring that 60-pound, okay. Okay, so, this is gonna require some explanation, but yes, here we go. Let's do this, and then we're gonna pull, oh, also, it's probably hella loud. Let me just fix some things real quick. We're gonna mute this, we're gonna jump over here, we're going to filter this, edit, take away compressor. There we go. That's good. I'm a little winded. I'm gonna pick that thing up. Don't worry about it. It's fine. All right, boom. You got some nice music in the background. We're good. We're cooking. Okay. All right, we'll pause the game so we're not like overloading my system. Okay. I need to see the comments. This chat. There we go. Okay. Also, Lone Singing says they are really quick quests. Oh, nice. Okay, perfect. So we can probably do those. Also, we're going to pull this back a little bit. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I bought with my with the money from people who were far too kind to me. On my birthday, they gave me money because I always like to buy the things that otherwise are like too specific or a pain in the ass to acquire. So I always ask for money for my birthday. But anyways, this is what I bought. This is what I bought right here. So this is a Cold Steel Brooklyn Basher, which for those guys who do not know, this is the size of a normal bat. This bat right here, this is the size of a normal bat, okay? Let me try to get a better handle on it. And then this is the size of the Brooklyn Basher. So it is like way too big. But the reason why I bought it is because it's also known as an indestructible bat. Meaning it's made of like a super dense carbon fiber thing. The only thing I've ever seen damage these things in videos is it like a hot, scalding hot machete or whatnot. Now, you guys might be saying, well, Grin, what's your problem? Why did you get a bat? Are you trying to go into baseball or something like that? No. Actually, one of the things I heard recently from the person who I like is responsible for all of my like energy production, workout routines, better lived experience, just having developed the right musculature to where I feel like I can be healthier, etc. Brought up a really good point, which I used to do a lot of boxing and like kickboxing, that kind of thing. Just as like a training utility, just to feel kind of use your body in a different way kind of thing. Anyways, so I used to do that, but this person made a pretty sound, in my opinion, argument about the idea that human beings didn't evolve to punch things. Like we don't have armored knuckles, we don't have anything like that. Human beings evolved to use levers and tools and things like that. Your body probably the first thing it evolved towards is to how to use a tool and also how to survive and keep yourself alive. And again, like, how did most common people survive back then? Strategy, yes, but also using like tools, whether it be a spear or a pointy or a club or whatever it could be, right? So this person's argument, which is a different perspective that I never considered, was maybe it'd be beneficial and maybe you could go pretty far if you actually embrace the very things that our body took a long time to adapt. And the argument is also kind of, we have a super long period of adaptation where we didn't have much. And then we have a very short period of time where we had like a superseding technological boom, to where the time it took to develop the preconceived notions that we had were massively have way more time to evolve than what we are currently dealing with now, which a lot of people are arguing that technology is evolving too fast for our brain to kind of keep up with. And that's why most people who start exercising notice a huge serenity given to them by the fact that they have no excess energy anymore. They're more at peace with themselves and the world. But I like this idea, and the person who I was watching also made a good point too. You probably should learn to strike, because most people don't know what it is to actually throw a punch, to get hit, and to do all those things, which I would agree with. So basically, this is a long story short of, a person made a really good argument for that you should probably try the striking patterns that made you the most strong animal on the planet, kind of, which is your brain and the fact that you have hands and can grip a tool, and your body and musculature is built in a way that is able to operate levers in a really cool way, and striking patterns and all those things. These are all the things that made us human beings that dominate the planet. That, and of course technological advancement and etc. But that wouldn't have happened if we didn't master violence really quickly. So anyways, I wanted to have a thing that I could hit stuff with, specifically like tires and whatnot, and maybe even punching bags, etc., that got you good at becoming more and more human, or at least the way your body naturally adapted through its evolution, I guess. So I thought, let's do that. Also, I thought it'd be a good way to get cardio and whatnot. I think it'd just be a nice thing to throw into the slew of things when it comes to exercise. It's funny because this conversation, this video I seen where this guy, my trainer person who I watch on YouTube, told me about, is the same time when Lone Syndicate started telling me that he actually does like a lot of weapon training, katana, martial art kind of stuff, as a kind of a way to exercise and as a way to kind of do cardio, which I thought was incredibly creative and sounded a lot fun. Or sounded very fun. But so I bought this. So this is basically just an indestructible bat in which I can practice the human movements of striking, essentially. So I bought this. So that's just a long story short. But because I bought this, I also thought, well, if I'm practicing like striking, what weapon would I want to practice striking with? You know, because there's a good argument for maybe you should do this. Maybe it could help you make you more human. Maybe it could help some joint pain and give your body some like actual adaptation that it otherwise lost, in the same way that just exercising can do a lot for your mental state. Maybe doing these striking patterns can do a lot for your body's musculature and the pains you may have in your shoulder joint or your knees or your back or whatever, right? So I was like, okay, let me order another thing. And this one, I'm hoping, is allowed on YouTube. If not, it's a prop and it's fake. Super fake. Anyways. So this is the other thing I bought. Is this. So yeah. Also, but all of these are made by Cold Steel, which is a company that makes like really decent steel for an affordable price. But anyways, so yeah, this is the other thing I bought. The thing with this one, the Lone Syndicate might appreciate this, but this is one with a long ass handle, and one of my favorite weapons in all of history is the horse cutter sword, which is basically just like a kind of like a katana / a sword with just a huge handle. So because you're supposed to be able to grip it and act as like a lever point, so you're not like holding it like this where you can barely generate any force, but you're holding it like this, kind of like an axe, which is why they call it a horse cutter, because supposedly, probably not, I could have cut a horse in half. So anyway, with all the musculature and brutality intact. Anyways, this is an actual sword. So what I'm planning on doing is either grinding down off the edge, because your boy does not want to try these like pretty complicated striking patterns where you're going behind the head and then you're accelerating forward, etc. Because I feel like I might misjudge and then like slice off my entire ear. So your boy does not want to walk around earless. So I'm gonna grind off the edge until I can kind of fucking manage, just a little bit. But I will say I'm a little disappointed that this is not as long as I was hoping, because the handle is like 9. For those guys who do not know, I'm like 6 foot something, so it's actually Like, no, it's barely longer than my arm, you know, and the handle is basically 90% of its length, you know. That's fucking wild. Also, I wish it was thicker. So I want it to be more of like an axe. So you guys can see that it's kind of quite thin, and it doesn't have too much play, but it's still enough to be annoying, you know. I wanted it to be more like an axe. But anyways, so yeah, this is the two things I bought because I was like, you know what? It's basically like a work instrument for me. But also I do want to try like impacting on things, essentially. Not because I want to break something or anything, but just because I think it's a human thing to understand how your body will actually change versus just like doing shadow boxing versus actually hitting things, because there's a huge difference to anyone who did shadow boxing and to someone who actually punched a dummy target at some point and felt what it feels like to have a force push back against your hand, or you having to kind of manage the 1,000 little tiny twitch fiber muscles that can kind of keep your fist in a straight alignment so your wrist doesn't break or give in a kind of a bad way. But anyways, yeah, I thought Lone Syndicate might get a kick out of this because I know he's into swords and whatnot as well. but yes, this is like the closest thing I could find to the horse cutter sword that wasn't like $5,000. And it's actually pretty cheap, which is nice. Which means if I wanted to get another one, if this one ever like dies because of abuse, unfortunately, it wouldn't break the bank, essentially. But anyways, these are the two like interesting buys I think that I wanted to show you guys, and I was waiting to tell you guys about as soon as we stream. But this is the other thing, and this thing is brutal. Okay, I have to get it, and I have to put this back in the sheath, so give me a minute. Give me a hot minute. I don't know why I don't feel comfortable holding a fucking sharp ass sword like this, at least not when I'm trying to put it back in its sheath. It feels weird. Anyways, the sheath that comes with it is pretty dope. Anyways, so this is the other thing. So I don't know of what you guys chose for me to get, but I also asked you guys what I should buy a couple streams ago. Should I buy a slam ball that is 70 pounds or 60 pounds? Or maybe it was 50 or 60 pounds. I think it might have been 70. You guys were saying go for 70. Turns out, in order to get that, it's a nightmare. Like, I'd have to pay a crazy amount of shipping. It's only made by one specific company. Anywho, but so what's good, Jamal? Hopefully you're having a lovely day. Good to see you. Anyway, this thing we're gonna have to show really quick, and we're gonna be done. Okay, because it is quite heavy. It is ungodly large and a pain in the ass to grab. Okay. Okay, so this is a 60-pound slam ball. Okay, can you see it? It's 60 pounds. This is a 60-pound slam ball, and is so ungodly heavy. But it's not unmanageable, which is good. I can still hold it. But this is insane. This is the same size as my 30-pound slam ball. And it's the same size, but it also, I think it's just super packed with sand, where the other one has some air in it, but this one doesn't. Anyways, we can drop it though. It still makes a lot of noise because it's still 60 pounds hitting the ground, unless you have some sort of super technology that can reduce the impact. I don't know how easy that's gonna get. Anyways, but ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got for my birthday. That's what I got for my birthday. The weapons. I gotta sand down that damn sharp edge, or I gotta tape the shit out of it. I haven't decided which one I want to do. Because a part of me in my dumb head, I'm like, if there's ever a zombie apocalypse, I would like to take off the tape and have some sort of chance, you know? Anyways, I'm psycho though. I'm a psycho. Though let me catch up on chat though, because I was just kind of making sure I kept pace. The quest simple unlock. The activities tomorrow is Wednesday. If you okay, never mind. Tomorrow, okay, no, so we're not streaming tomorrow. Sorry, we're not streaming tomorrow. I didn't mean to give you guys that thing. I forgot. I thought, yeah, I forgot entirely. But no, that will give me time to finish that book. We might change the fact that with Dying Light going on, with Genshin keep providing, all that stuff. Yeah. Also, I wanted to run it by you guys. What if we played that? There's a weird dating sim game that's currently out, which is about dating like eldritch horrors. And I thought it'd be a fun streaming game because there's nothing explicit, no explicit nudity in there. I think there's only like weird kissing like an octopus thing. I thought it'd be a fun time to like do this weird game with you guys outside of maybe 2 weeks from now, because I need to dedicate a lot of time to trying to grind and understand Dying Light 2. But yeah. Fluff says, Grin return with the box labeled Bad Dragon. What? What's that? What's Bad Dragon? Fluff says, yes, that would require lots of explanation of what a giant bat. Also, the reason why I got the bat is because it symbolizes the same kind of handle length of a horse cutter sword. Weekdays are YouTube, weekends are Twitch. Exactly. I'll prepare for the zombie break. No, we're not preparing. But again, I'm wondering if that it will be correct. Like if you could alleviate a lot of the kind of weird pains or mobility issues by actually embracing the things that got you to the evolutionary point in the food chain that did. Which yes is your brain and your ability to innovate and to find solutions to problems, all these things. But I do also think it's probably there's the gap in time that took human beings to unravel and to adapt to where they could actually fight, survive, and thrive. I think is like we haven't had enough time to evolve out of all those things, if that makes any sense. Logic says, Grin about to go crack some skulls. No, no, I am not. I don't hate harming anybody, even emotionally. It's too much. Logic says, nope, as a person who collects weapons, I can't tell anyone about owning things of mass destruction. Bento says, locate Lone Syndicate. You trying to 1v1 katana fight? Fluff says, I swear I was joking about the Bad Dragon. Oh wait, what's Bad Dragon? What's that? Sounds like something. Sounds like some shit. I shouldn't be saying it out loud. Ozega says, just now, Bento, I take a challenge very seriously. Bento says, sheesh, that's pretty epic looking anime sword. Well, that's the thing, man. I like, what do you call it? I had a throwing knife at one point, and I want, like, there was a bunch of shitty ones where people online were showing, like, you could just snap these shitty Amazon horrible ones. Anyways, I looked online to a person who was, like, one of the best throwing knife people in the world, and what do you call it? He had, like, this one from this company called Cold Steel. I never really heard about them before. I think I seen them in passing on, like, memes where these, like, overweight bearded men or mustached men were slicing off, like, pig carcasses with, like, cane swords, and I was like, okay, weird. But sure as shit, that throwing knife was, like, indestructible. Like, it may not have been, like, the most elegant of design, but their steel was damn good. So as much as it looked like a shitty anime sword, I trust that their steel kind of holds up a little bit, you know? But also, I don't think I'm gonna do power bomb smashing things. But I do think there's interesting stuff that I haven't really. I kind of got a slight tutorial on when I was thinking if I was ever gonna try to do this, like try to pursue, you know, kettlebells, mace, slam ball, and now martial art kind of weapon training, I guess, which sounds a little cringe, but you know, I'll take it. It gives me like a betterment of living and etc. That I'll take it, you know. Lonzinger says, well, yeah, look at that beauty. Is that carbon steel? I don't know which one it is. It's by Cold Steel. Cold Steel has like factories and production, I think, in Africa. I don't know what that means, but I feel less shit about it, but not helping the Chinese fucked up market thing, even though I know it's just a different beast, probably same shitty working conditions, but at least it's not a dictatorship government. So maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it's just a loss. I don't know. It's bad to even start pretending you're gonna win. Fluff says, a thinner blade has much better penetration cutting power. Yeah, no, it does. But to me, that was never. To me, my whole thing is my ideal idea of something would be something that is more of like akin to an axe, like something with like a thick ass blade, and more meant to like chop and that. Because my whole thing is I would rather build off the foundation of like a club than the foundation of like a sword that has edge alignment and all these weird things, where if you had a weapon like an axe, I feel like you could have punch through in a weird way, you know? But also I like the idea of I think the physique of a sword that's really thin would be a certain kind of physique, whereas the physique of a person who had like a thick sword and was throwing that around kind of like a mace or some shit, but actually knew how to like thrive, I think that'd be a fun thing. But yeah. Also, I think just to me, I guess the idea of like a sword that's more of like akin to an axe is always kind of a cooler idea than just a sword that was meant to slice you. Because I do know, like, if you think of, also swords are not heavy at all. Like I seen a video of a person showing like the bastard sword or something like this Zweihander, which is just a big ass sword. But swords aren't meant to be any more than like 5 pounds, if that. That's already a lot, you know. As a person who cut themselves a lot in the art of the blade, it's not that bad, you know. You cut your bleed, patch yourself up, and continue to. But good idea. Yeah, I was about to say I'm not really planning on like fighting anybody ever. Hopefully, I'm planning on just using it as an instrument to exercise, essentially. Which is why I bought the bat, just because there's no variability for failure in that one, you know. Hopefully. Lonzinger says, Jamal says, TikTok, what would you do if I broke into your house? Grin pulls out various weapons. I mean, I don't really have sharp weapons that can damage you besides like a taser stick, like a cattle prod, which is right beside me. Which that one could probably fuck you up, but everything else is like an instrument of like a training thing. That's it for me. Lonzinger says, Grin, tell me the metal the blade is made. I have no idea, Lone Syndicate. You'd have to look it up on the Cold Steel website. It's called the Thatch Machete, or the Thigh Machete, I think is what it's called. Bendo says, is that the dating game Charlie play? Probably. It's called, it's where you date Eldritch horrors. So like Cthulhu and some sort of weird death thing. It'd be a fun, goofy time. But I'd get into it for sure, because I care too much. I'd be like, this one's clearly the best girl. Fight me. Or some bullshit. We could have a good time. Lonzigan says, Grin, if you want to have a duel, I shall honor your request. Also, don't you dare stand down the glory blade tape. It please. Wait, yeah, I'm not game for dueling anybody. If anybody truly knows martial arts, you know that especially when it comes to weapons, it's so much variability. like one of the best, it'd be like, hey, to me, I oftentimes think about this, like there's like that rock sling where you basically have 2 pieces of leather and a rope, and you just see these people have brutal accuracy, and just like that would totally cave in someone's head, this weird like implement tool that's super simplistic, but definitely could fuck shit up. So I would take no duel, because any combat encounter with just the slightest offset in variability could leave you dead. Like, ooh, you slip on a rock, boom, fucking off the whole thing. You're just dead. Why do you think there's like in duels like MMA, there's weight classes and shit? It's because, yeah, it's also amazingly flat, bouncy ground, you know, which is not gonna like slip or give. Even then, there's still sweat that can still fuck you up. Anyways. Love says it's a brand of erotic Hadada toys. It's called something dragon? Weird. I feel like I seen once somebody mail Hadada toys to a person, and yeah, it was what I think could only be described as a dragon dong, and I might be the same company. I don't know. Regardless, they seemed really not into it, which, you know, joke succeeded, I guess. Jamal says, in NYC, having weapons are illegal. In New York City, that's the same thing apparently in well, not exactly, but I think in United Kingdoms or British people, whatever, their whole neck of the woods. I can't remember the fucking thing. But yeah, they apparently I've heard a lot of stories, maybe exacerbated by certain things I happen upon. But yeah, something about like you're not able to have a weapon either. In Canada, our laws are weird. It's like you can have that easily. Like there's not a single batted eye by you having like what is functionally like a sword, big time. Not a single eye turned. But you can't have a what's called a switchblade, like an ejection blade, essentially. You can have like a lot of things, but you can't have that for whatever reason. I have no idea. Also, you can have a Cold Steel also makes this like sword, like this like foldable blade that's more akin to a foldable machete that can go in your pocket, and that's allowed. So it's just like, what are we doing? Like we're not. If the goal is to make people feel more safe or cops feel more safe or something, there's still ways that criminals will absolutely monopolize in this, you know? Weird. Also, again, never underestimate the power of taking off your sock and throwing like a fucking rock in there or something, right? Like that's Fluff says swords aren't made like that outside of Skyrim. Oh, well, you mean like the thing? Well, what do you call it, Fluff? That's not what do you call it? I don't think it would be like the most optimal version of a sword. I'm looking at it more of a something that I can like put through the paces and it not bend, break, or like whatever, right? Like I want to actually have something that I could use as something that like similar to a bat, where I could just keep hitting and hitting again and it wouldn't break. At least that bat. That bat's made of plastic though, so yeah. But I'm not talking about like as a real world implementation for a thing. I'm more trying to get like heavier weight and more strength in the weapon so that I can actually hit stuff with it, so that I can feel the shock response, which will travel through the weapon, which will your body will have to adapt to having a greater grip and having a greater twitch fibers to account for vibration in the weapon trying to like have reverb and kicking out of your hands. You could just say you just use the bat though, and that would be fine too, but I feel like I would rather try to get closer to the other thing if possible, you know? But you know, I'm under no illusion that that's how most swords are meant to be used in a very specific kind of way. I'm trying to get a health benefit out of it and more of a human element, which I think the best human element is like literally just taking a bat, because the first thing people had was not the ability to make iron, it's spears and clubs being I think the first thing, because yeah, and at the end of the day, like you can always find a stick or a something and then hit someone with it, you know, if we're ever in this weird hypothetical nonsense situation of violence. Fluff says, I really would recommend the likes of Shade. Yep, I've Skull and Grave. I know Shade versus yeah. For the knowledge about swords and other melee weapons of history. Yeah, no. I've that's one of the people who I watched. Again, it's I like Shadiversity, whatever his name is, when he talked about the katana and how it's kind of like a decent weapon for its time, especially with the limited resources, but it's kind of gotten pushed up by media by quite a bit. But yeah, no. But also I'm kind of disappointed by both of those people's like they're much more into the history of and the reality of weapons and not the utility about what makes them inherently human, I guess. You know what I mean? Which I understand. Like, I understand that there's a lot of coolness in history and whatnot, but to me, I'm looking at it more as like a physical rehab for your joints and how your body is meant to move, which is to do having like striking patterns, even if outside of weapons. It's like how to use a pickaxe, you know, which I already kind of do with a mace. How to shovel something, how to pick up unbalanced load like the slam ball. Oh yeah, no, I know both those channels. I'm subscribed, watched a lot of videos. Fluff says that'd be them. Yes, yeah. Yes. Self-defense tools, weapons, bans are weird. Yes. Also the butterfly knife sword. Yes. Butterfly knife also I think is also reduced in Canada or not available in Canada. Fluff says criminals are already going to break the law. It only helps them cripple the civilians. Yeah, it's true. Maybe. I also do think there probably is. I think it's less about that and more about cops not being like worried as much. You know what I mean? Because it is an unarguable thing where like yes and no. Like, again, there's always ways for bad people to get the bad things, but I will say there's like a weird levity that happens in Canada where people, like cops, I think, are significantly more relaxed because, yes, there are criminals who still have the option to get these things, but most people aren't criminal masterminds or like people who are drunk and like abusive, and that's what they need to break up. So if that guy can just, boom, magically possess a gun or a fucking giant blade, that's rough, you know? So there is that, like, the weirdness of access that can have a yield for the people who are enforcing laws benefit. Now, whether you trust the laws and the institutions that you have looking after your people to always be in the right and to never superimpose their will onto you, then unjustly, of course, then that's the whole argument about those things. At least I think that's one of the stronger arguments to those things. But we should stop. I need to go. I need to go exercise. And yeah. That 60-pound bald dude is heavy. I can't describe how, like, it's one of those things where I gotta go, okay, I haven't had to actually work for picking up something in a while. Fluff says, I understand what you mean, but I doubt you'll find an actual sword that is akin to an axe. Oh yeah, no, I don't think it's an axe. The one thing that I did see though was it's more of like akin to, I guess, a machete. Yeah, but it's basically just like a thicker sword. Is what all it is. And again, I don't think it's like a practical thing, but I do think if there was anything that would kind of give me what I want out of it, which is something that won't break, and then that'd be what it would be. Which I might just literally have to get a big ass slab of steel and cut a chunk out of it. And maybe because that's kind of, I don't need the weirdness of all the other things that come with swords, you know, like the right amount of right amount of bend and all these things, because I don't plan on hurting anybody with it. I just plan on going through movement rotations with it. Outside of like kendo and such, which I could recommend. Well, kendo is like those sticks, right? The katana stick things. Once again, it says sticks were actually used in medieval warfare. Yeah. Well, that's something that they say in history, right? Like the first to fill their hands is the victor. It's not even about like, oh, look at how skilled our fighters. It's like, well, if you give a couple random villagers a bunch of spears, and you somehow position them in a way that would be beneficial, then it's better than the, like, what do you call it? The 500 soldiers. If you have a net 10,000, or not 10,000, 1,000 troops with leveraging your villagers, just with like a bow or a pitchfork or something, you know. Anyone who's like, let's throw down bare-fisted is gonna die immediately. Whoever also takes, also that was one of the things that made me kind of surprised is if, like, I think one of those things, Skull Shadeversity or something like that, I heard, where a person was talking about like it was quick. Like as soon as guns were developed, like swords dropped hugely because gunpowder was just too good, essentially. So I was like, oh wow, that's how quick the tide can really change, you know. I mean, Shade is more about historian archetypes and props, swordsmanship, and history of martial arts, rather than a current day application of fitness. Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. Like I'm looking at more of like, how can this thing enable me to be more human in my movement, I guess. I'm a robot, it turns out. Right, kendo is the practice of using katanas and such as blades. Maybe a wooden stick would have been a good choice as well, and kendo sticks or bonkais is what I meant. Yeah, no, to me, the only thing that turns me off a little bit to kendo, I like the idea, but I think it becomes, I don't know, I really have I think that a lot of things eventually get lost in tradition and the wrong objective. So I think, like, if my objective is to be like the best I possibly can at just movements, having great shoulder rotation because of these casting patterns that are like have you actually do these certain things, and then there's like the real world application of like sword combat, and I'm like, I'm the first one to like throw a knife at you. I'm the first one to do something like that. I'm the first one to run away and like come back at night or something. But anyways, so for me, I don't know. I more look at it from the health perspective, and I think kendo and all those things, they're steeped in tradition, which is good. but not. I think their goal is different than mine. I guess that's the best way I could put it. I think like certain martial art things I think are different than my goal, which is just health, longevity of a muscle, rotational tissue, and the betterment of my body, etc. And also, if you could somehow get good at handling the foundation of most weapon arts, which is impact recovery and impact resistance, essentially. So when you hit something, your bones and your hands and your twitch fiber muscles and your various limbs having enough resistance to where you don't just let the weapon fly to your hands, or your hands can become sore, etc., stuff like that. Once again, it says also, that's also why things like gun blades and gun axes came into play. Yeah, I don't know. I see a lot of those things, and I know you're right, but yeah. Once again, it says, with this topic at hand, I should really find some time to practice, or else Grin is gonna be ahead. No, absolutely not. Again, I'm not planning on doing weapon sparring with anybody, and if it is, it's gonna be like specific ass strikes, not like let's randomly see if we can hit each other or like get a tap in. No. No. Again, I'm not trying to become a warrior. I'm just trying to cater the body to adapt in a way that it was meant to adapt in, or it was adapted to, I guess. Kind of complicated, but not really. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. If you guys have not checked out the Borderlands video I edited and made this morning, and not really, I edited it all last night in the middle of the day. It took a long time anyways, but hopefully you enjoy it. It's talking about the new characters. There will be another Borderlands video coming out tomorrow morning, probably, if I edit the thumbnail fast enough. But it's talking about the new gameplay, covering the new weapons, the new cooldowns and magic and all that stuff. Kind of spoiling a lot of the video, forgive me. But hopefully you'll give those videos some love if you haven't seen them. Thank you so much. Hopefully you guys do enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off to go work out. Thank you so much, and goodbye.